Again with Airwatch traffic on KUSI Morning News.
All right.
9 minutes before 8 o'clock. It's Wednesday. Yes, Fred, you're shaking.
And during the traffic report, you just said Mel Gorham. I thought she was going to be some guy talking about the Simpson case. No. Mel Gorham, who has just arrived here at the KUSI Broadcast Center, is a sensational actress. And not only that, she's bubbly and fun and loose, so she'll fit right in.
Kind of like us.
Call everybody you know. Tell them to turn on the KUSI Morning News and meet, along with you and us, the talented Mel Gorham. Stick with us.
Welcome back. It's the KUSI Morning News. The time right now is 6 minutes before 8 o'clock.
And Fred's going to introduce his guest, but I feel kind of privileged because sometimes I'll tag along with Fred when they're free and in the previews, of these films. And when I heard the cast in this one, I had to go, and boy, it's different.
And this is a bizarre way to make a movie too. So there's a lot of stories.
Yes, but before we do that, let's have our. First of all, I'd like to say that what's happening here in San Diego is we're developing a trend. A lot of stars on the rise are stopping by here. Jewel, who was a musical star that nobody had heard of, is now big time. Selena, before anybody had heard of her, or at least some of the masses had heard of her, did an appearance on the show. Yesterday, David Caruso, a star on the rise, was here.
And Ben Kingsley, another star on the rise.
And I want to introduce you by way of film to the lady that we're about to meet in person. This is a scene from, and this is has a little time code, has little numbers on the bottom of it. It's not the fault of your receiver. On the bottom of this clip, from Blue in the Face, Mel Gorham in action. Take a look at her.
Ooh, in the morning, fever all through the night. Daddy, don't you treat it like pow, pow, pow. Ooh, what a lovely way to burn. Fever. You like Spanish women? I'm glad you like Spanish women because I am a Spanish woman. Ay, 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 yeah.
You like watching yourself?
Oh, God, no.
Now, we met outside just a second ago in our beautiful green room here at the Broadcast Center, and you don't speak with a Spanish accent, although
Well, obviously not, no.
but you do in this film all the way through.
Yes, I play my mother, actually, in this film. My mother is Cuban, and when I auditioned for Smoke, I was told that they were looking for... Smoke is, is where Blue in the Face came out of.
Smoke is
Smoke is the original scripted 2-hour feature film with William Hurt, Harvey Keitel, Forrest Whitaker. It's out in the movies. It's been out. It's doing very well, actually.
Right.
Really, really fantastic movie.
It's a little eclectic, weird, off-the-beaten path kind of film that people love.
Exactly. And I was told that they were looking for a Spanish woman, could have been Puerto Rican, Cuban, Venezuelan, anything, to go and audition for Harvey Keitel's girlfriend. Well, I went in and I said, you know what, I'm just going to be mom. And I walked in and I got cast. So there was a 7-minute scene I did in Smoke as his girlfriend where we were like drinking beer and having a very good time with William Hurt. And out of that, when I finished it, I got this phone call from my agency and they said, Mel, Miramax called and said that they want to do this 3-day improvisational comedy called Blue in the Face, and they're going to bring all these names in, and they want you to play Violet again, but bigger. They want you more, to do more in it. But they're not going to script it. They're going to just let you go with it. Well, I've been doing comedy all my life, so this was like a dream come true to do a feature with Harvey and just like do whatever I wanted. So when I did it, about 2 weeks after I finished Smoke, when they wrapped the film, I did it. And they had a wrap party 3 days later, a couple days later. And I went to the wrap party, and they were all getting sloshed on, Russian vodka. And there was a little piano player there, and I went up to the guy, and this is how that song just happened, okay? This was completely unplanned. I was just out of the blue. I don't know what possessed me. Went up to the guy and I says, excuse me, but could you play Fever? And he was one of these like Indian guys with the dot. He goes, ooh, I don't know Fever. I don't know song. So I pushed him over and I went, okay, this is how you play. Doon, 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 doon. And then he started playing it. I grabbed the mic. I turned around. Harvey Weinstein and Bob and Keitel were all sitting at this table, drinking and eating. And I went, I want to dedicate this song to my boyfriend, Augie. Never know how much I love you. And I did the whole song. The house came down. That was it. 3 months later, they called me. They wanted 3 more days, and they wanted me to sing the song in the movie. So that's how that happened.
Great story.
Great
It's a true story.
And this is an unusual film. Did you do it without a script? You did it in
yeah.
3 days. It's just an
6.
improv. 6 days.
Like I said, 3 in July, and then they called me back 3 months later and asked me to do 3 more days with the song Fever in it.
I see.
When people see how you're dressed, I mean, you are absolutely, it's like Cheetah Rivera and Rita Moreno and everybody all thrown in together.
And Sophia Loren, they say, too.
The outfits are outrageous. But, you know, we were looking at some of your previous credits. You've done Awakenings,
Yeah.
with Peter, the
With
Penny Marshall film.
Robert De Niro, yeah. Well, that was the beginning of my... I'm really theatrically inclined. I mean, I've been doing theater a long time. I've been on Broadway, off-Broadway, New York, and I'm what you call a seasoned actress. You know, I've done regional theater, 35 plays to my credit, all the way from Shakespeare to Neil Simon. So that's where my training comes from. And
You
I'm
look 24.
I do?
Yeah.
Well, thank
Are
you.
you over
think you look
25?
19.
Never ask a lady her age.
Okay, you did Carlito's Way.
Yes,
Al
yes.
Pacino, what's he like?
He's wonderful. Sexy guy, I'll tell you. Yeah, really.
Okay. Good, we weren't off on that.
Perez Family, one of my favorite films.
Yes. I played a crazy Cuban woman with lipstick all over my mouth, smoking a stogie and having my dominoes under my arms right fresh off the boat. You know, I'm really a wild character.
And now I got to ask you about the name Mel. I mean, Mel, I understand Gibson, but I don't understand you as a Mel.
I've been Mel for 12 years. My real name is Marilyn. I was named after Marilyn Monroe. And believe it or not, don't I look just like her?
It's uncanny.
And no, Mel came from my husband. He gave me that name. He goes, you don't talk like a Mel because of my vocabulary. And I'm being really nice here now, okay? And he says, you don't look like a Marilyn. You don't talk like a Marilyn. You don't act like a Marilyn. I'm going to name you like a truck driver because that's what you remind me of, Mel. Then I married him, Gorham, and became Mel Gorham.
Are you married now?
No. Just got divorced.
He gave you his name. I
No,
mean,
but we're
you're-
great friends. We're great friends.
well, that's important.
Yeah.
What's up ahead for you now? Now, Blue
Lots,
in the Face. Okay,
lots.
tell us
Blue in the
about
Face is coming out October 20th, as you guys know. And I'm very excited about it because I had no idea that this little 6-day thing was going to become what it's become. And I'm traveling the country with it, and the word is that everyone loves it and doesn't want it to end by the end of the film. Then I did a movie called Curdled, which is a Miramax movie that Quentin Tarantino executive produced, starring Billy Baldwin and Angela Jones, and I co-star in it. I play this really weird character with a big scar on my face and this big Valley of the Dolls wig, but a la Clint Eastwood, you know, with a cigarette in my mouth all the time. Then I did Wishful Thinking, which I just wrapped on with Jennifer Beals, Drew Barrymore, and myself. It's a very small ensemble, and there's only 3 women and 3 men in it, and I just finished that, and that'll
So
come
you
out
will
in
never be
96.
back here. You're going to become a huge
We'll be
film
nuts.
I
star.
want to
you.
come back. I love San Diego. It's the first time I've been here, and it's
Well,
beautiful.
Do come back, but
will.
before you even go,
Maybe if you could perk up a little bit, Mel,
Yeah.
you could get on with
I don't do
your
drugs
career.
if that's what you want to know.
No,
I just-
it's a natural high.
I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to do something though. We're going to start. We'll actually kick in officially to the 8 o'clock hour.
Do it as her mother. As your mother.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
do it as your mother.
As Violet.
Ask our viewers.
Violet.
Okay.
What is Violet?
Okay, ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Hang on, everybody, because KUSI Morning News has more to come. Bye-bye.
You're watching KUSI TV, Cable 9, Channel 51, San Diego.